Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage unboxing video, where today we have not one but two unboxes. Apologies for not putting out anything for a few days. It's been my birthday last week and spending a little bit of time with my wife and children down on the south coast, away from home for a few days, which has been, well, it's been needed and it's been great. And I thought my birthday was over, but I got home and on my dining room table were a couple of boxes here. So the celebrations continue. See what we got in here, and I've got with me a nice cup of tea, how it should be made, of course, in my opinion. But this one, let's have a little look. I have already taken the time to cut through so that I don't cut my finger. I've got a bit of a sore thumb. Look at that, terrible, isn't it? I've still got a bit of wood in there. I think I've got to get it out, but yeah, so anyway, what have we got here? Hi Rob, hope you are well. I bought a few Hot Wheels recently and ended up with some duplicates. Thought you might like these and be able to do a Danny and modify or improve them. Really enjoy your videos. Keep up the good work. Regards, David, one of your many YouTube followers. Let's have a little look here. I'll tell you what, let's get them out of the pack, shall we? I think doing a Danny would be a good idea for these style of cars. Of course, with the post-apocalyptic or weathering them, I must admit I'm not in the same league as Danny does, but I'll certainly give it a good go. So what have we got here? We have the Hypertruck. Some funky wheels going on with that one. I must admit I'm gonna have to fight my children off. They love these type of cars. This one, the Watt 42. Look at the engines on that. Pretty cool. And this one looks fast. This is the RD10. Kind of almost reminds me of a Formula 1 car, and I've just finished watching the Formula 1 this weekend. What a race that was. This is the N4013. I'm sure there's a better name for that, something a bit more imaginative, but what's that? 4.8. So what's this, a V16 engine? Very powerful. And this one, I think this one perhaps my favourite. This is the Burlesque. And again, so this would be running a V10. So probably based on a Dodge Viper perhaps. Very cool. Thank you very much, David, for those. Like I say, I'm going to have to probably hide some of these from my children so I can do something with in the future. Otherwise they'll be giving them a good play with anyway. In the meantime, just have another little sip of tea. I think to leave it to go cold would be sacrilege, right? But anyway, let me see if I can bring this here. The first thing that I see, look at the postage paid. Ron, that's a lot of money, mate. I really appreciate you spending your hard-earned cash to send this over. It's so expensive, isn't it, to post across the world. But we are going to look forward to seeing. I think we've got some die-cast cars, and I think that reads 70. some postcards. We got 6 of those and a keychain. So yeah, very fortunate. And like I say, this is an extension now to my birthday, so I'm really excited to see this. Now I've cut through it and I don't see a note. It may be on the other side, but what I do see is very well packed cars here. So let's see if we can pull out the layers. What's this here? Alright, there's a, I'm assuming, hello Rob, so there might be a note in there. Let's pull these out. Oh, that one is very shabby. That's probably got my name written all over it. Actually, whilst I was away, I visited some antique shops, and I did pick up some. Only, I think I bought 6 for the kids. So that's. I'll put that to one side for a moment. What's this one? For Rob, enjoy. So I'll put that one to the side as well. Right. But yeah, I'll do another video on that shortly, and perhaps if I would have remembered, I could have done it today. But yeah, with this box here, I was too excited. I'm really intrigued to see this one. What have we got here? Oh, looks like those are Hot Wheels wheels that I can see. Trying to pull this off, my little splinter. I should man up, right? Man up, come on. Right, I'll tell you what I am going to do. Because these are so very well packed, I'm going to have a quick look at this, and this is beautiful. But we'll have a quick look at these too, and then, because I think otherwise it's going to take all day or all night. We've got a Pontiac here. I'm going to unpack all these and line them up, and then we can go through them. But yeah, very nice Pontiac, but this is beautiful. Oh, it's not a... I thought that was a Hot Wheels. It's actually a Z car. So you got there Z or Z-E-E, the Corvette. Look at that. That's a definite contender, right? I think that bonnet, oh there we go, should come up, exposing a little V8 there. But the window section there in good condition. I think there's a little bit of a break in the rear bumper there, but we can fix that, no problem. Yeah, I'm excited to do this one. Nice set of bigger wheels, and that'll be coming soon. Right, I'm going to cut here. Like I say, let's open all these up, and I shall be back with you, well, right now. Right, so I've not even opened up the For the Kids or the really shabby or even the little envelope yet, and we have cars spilling over the side. So let's go through these. We have here one that I've been waiting to get for so long, and I do have a really clean casting, but it's without this engine piece. And of course this is a Roller-Matics, although unfortunately as you can see there, the little pin on the wheel was broken off. Of course this is the Mustang piston popper, and then you'll see the pistons going up and down, even though this one would be a little 4-banger, but still very cool car, and I shall look forward to restoring that one. Here we have a Silverado, and I will, for a lot of these cars, just kind of skip through them for time. This one I was really surprised at. Now this is a made in China, and of course it's a Ferrari. I guess it's a, is it a 308? But it's really heavy. It's got a metal base with, you know, a metal top, and you know, it looks like it's even got quite a detailed interior. Windscreen is in good condition. The actual kind of rear piece here and on the front is plastic and, you know, painted in chrome, but actually, you know, really good and well detailed, probably the best made in China casting that I've ever seen. So yeah, really interesting to learn a little bit more about that one. This one is a Maisto, of course a Porsche 911. I'm going to go through it and see whether I can kind of know the car before I turn it over and have a little look. This one here, what does it say? A crane truck, which is a Matchbox. Of course, we aren't missing the little hook there, and it looks like it's been chewed by its first owner, perhaps. This is an Infiniti. I have no real idea about Infiniti, but I believe Infiniti are the US upgrade or upmarket version of Nissan. But this one reads Infiniti G37 Coupe. Looks quite nice to me. Here we have a Chevy. Let me just move this light around a bit. This is an Ertl from the Hardy's 90, a Chevrolet fleet-side pickup. And I do have a couple of these, but I think the window sections are busted out, so quite nice to get one. This is a Motormax. This is a Matchbox Super GT, so it's kind of like the budget series, but in really good condition, that one. Of course, this would be, is it the Porsche? I think it's the Porsche 910. This is really nice. This is a Corgi, a Pontiac Firebird SE. It says from 1982. It's quite a cheap budget one. Is that a metal? It is metal, but it's actually in really good condition. I know that Steve would, over in Switzerland, he'd really like that one, I think. But yeah, that's quite nice. Here we have the Fandango. Of course, this is another Roller-Matics. Busted wheel there, but it does have the tab, so let's have a look. No, it's not working. Very rarely do I find the Roller-Matics working nowadays, which is a shame. But I have done one of these before. Check it out if you haven't already seen it. This one, the Ford Crown Vic, Crown Victoria. Of course, from my understanding, very popular with the police force all over the US of A. This is a Lotus Evora, I think. Yeah, it just says Lotus 2008, but I believe it's a Evora. Beautiful car. Here we have a Porsche 928. Looks like it's, look how much paint is used on that. It's very, very heavily painted, and I think that's original. What does it have on the front there? Something Monte Carlo, Rally Monte Carlo. Oh, this is a made in China, so yeah, it looks like they've taken the Matchbox 928 and yeah, very poorly painted from the factory. I bet you if I stripped that down and repainted that, we could probably bring a lot of those details back. Look at this mad car. Now this would be something for post-apocalyptic, wouldn't it? And I'm assuming this started out as a Hummer. What does it say? It just says Geo or Geo? I don't know, rescue. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This just says 93 Thailand Warner. But by the look of those wheels, I think, would that be Hot Wheels? Unsure. And what car would that be? Maybe just a no car, a little bit of Pontiac, I think. So of course we have the Ford Transit. And did you guys have this shape Ford Transit in the USA? Or do you even have the Ford Transit? We've had the Ford Transit in the UK from the, I want to say the late 60s perhaps. But yeah, Ford Transit, Matchbox. Beautiful, look at this, look. This is the Lotus Esprit, a modern Hot Wheels version of a Lotus Esprit S1, famous in the James Bond movie when it was painted in white. And I think Corgi, and I do have a Corgi version of this, you know, when it goes underwater. Can't remember the film. Is it Moonraker? I don't know. Long before my time, but of course I've seen all the James Bond films and I am a massive fan. This is a Vauxhall, although to me it's a Vauxhall, but it's got an Opel badge. A Vauxhall VX 2000, I think what we called it. They just call it the Opel Speedster here, but made by Maisto. Got a lovely Mini here, and I'm not sure it's supposed to do this, but Mini Cooper. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it does supposed to do that. Look. So you take it off just to have a look, perhaps. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's quite cool. And then a little tab there. Oh yeah, let's see. Lock and unlock. That's pretty clever. I've never seen anything like that before. Maybe a Hot Wheels Mini Cooper. Very cool. I like that. Here we have, I think this is, I don't know, it's pretty funky, but again it's another one that looks like it's been heavily painted and has lost a lot of detail. Mustang Mach 3. Doesn't look like any Mustang that I've ever seen. Perhaps it's a concept. The Mercedes ML, who knows what engine, but they make it out to be an ML 430, so I'm guessing that has a 4.3 litre, probably petrol engine. Would it be a V8? Very possible. Here's something a bit crazy. Hydroplane. That's an interesting toy. Got the engine on the back there. I imagine that would go pretty fast over the water, and it looks like it's in brand new condition. The 4x4 Jeep, and these are so rare to find. I have a few of these, and these are always broken off, and this one looks like it's been close. Don't know, maybe that's a standard bend there, who knows. Maybe that has kind of gone back a little bit, I think, on this side. But yeah, very cool truck, and I have done one of these before. Looks like we are missing the rear rollover bar. A larger scale here, 57, put my teeth back in, 57 Chevy, pretty funky. I think is the scale a little bit off on this one? One of the most iconic American cars and most beautiful cars I think ever made. When I win the lottery, I want one of these. Wouldn't mind one of these as well. I've driven a new Porsche 911 Turbo, but this one will be the GT3. Porsche 911 GT3 from 2007. Beautiful. Land Rover, no, not Defender, a Freelander. This is a Canyon Park, and yeah, Land Rover Freelander. Nice Lexus. I guess this would be a GS, and yeah, GS 430. So another, I believe, 4.3 litre in this Lexus, and I think this kind of colour really does suit it. Gold over maybe like a you know, like a beige or brown leather. Tomica, this is a Chevrolet truck, and yeah, this is an earlier one. Just about see it there, made in Japan. The windscreen in good condition, just about opening doors, quite a bit of corrosion on this one, but everything in place. The wheels are a bit junky, although are they rubber? No. But I think if I can find some, because it's quite a smaller scale, this one, if I can find some wheels that will suit that, that will be a really nice video, I think. Yeah, I like that. Of course, this is a God, they've butchered that, haven't they? A Porsche 928. Oh, there you go. Well, it's got 928 all over it. Looks like it's borrowed the rear wing there from a Lamborghini Countach. And does that even roll? Look at the back of it. What is going on here? They like the rivets on the back are kind of coming so perhaps it's not rolling because of this wheel. Maybe it will now. Yeah, just about. But yeah, those rivets come right the way down. I don't know what is going on at the back here. But yeah, that is pretty funky. You know, in its kind of unique way, that is interesting. This one, such a cool looking car. I believe this is a Fisker Karma from 2011, and if I remember rightly, have they gone bust, Fisker? I think this is the only car they did, and yeah, they're no longer with us, which is a shame. All electric car, I think. Very nice. We have here the BMW Z3, made famous in a later James Bond movie. That paint's quite nice. It's a cheaper build. It's a Maisto, made in China. All the wheels are a bit busted out, look. But yeah, very nice. This is interesting. I tell you, this weighs a ton. What is this? I've never. Oh, it's a Johnny Lightning. I think I've only got one other Johnny Lightning. A commemorative limited edition playing mantis toys, made in China, but with a metal base. I'm sure that's a metal top. The opening bonnet there, or opening hood, which I believe then is plastic. You got a little V8 in there, twin carburettor or dual. You got the surfboards in the back. It's really good condition, which in a way is a bit of a shame because I wouldn't want to take it apart, even though you know, you could certainly get some better wheels on there. It rolls really well. The other Johnny Lightning I have, I can't remember what car it was now, but I remember that being such a really well built solid toy, and this one is as well, so that is going to remain untouched in my collection. I really like that one. Little Renault 5, that's cute. I have done a Renault 5 before, but a Matchbox earlier version. This one though is a Majorette Supercino GT. Oh, it's a GT Turbo. So this one, of course, in race livery there, and with the opening rear hatch, the same as the. Although, is that metal? Yeah. So the Majorette then went with a metal rear hatch. The Matchbox are plastic. Although that's got, yeah, that's quite cool though. I like that. I'll have to try and remember what some Renault 5 GT turbo wheels look like and see if I can replicate. When I was younger, I tried to buy what we called a Raider, which was a dark blue version of the which this would be a Mark II Renault 5 GT Turbo, and I tried to buy a Raider version, so it'd be quite nice to try and replicate that. Definitely some, well, there's many, you know, again, kind of considering the thousands of castings that I have, so many here that I've never seen before, so that's quite exciting. This is my wife's dream car, the Range Rover Evoque. If I remember rightly, this is not designed by, but I think influenced by and helped some of the design by Victoria Beckham, of course, of Spice Girls fame, or married to David Beckham, English football player. But yeah, that is one of, well, that is her dream car, and this is quite cool. Here we have the Porsche Cayenne in grey, and it is a Porsche Cayenne S. The reason why I think this is really cool is because this is what I drive. My daily car is it's a same, almost similar colour, same colour, Porsche Cayenne S. So that's very cool. I think I might, well, I will be keeping this one and putting it inside my actual car, probably on the dash or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Mine doesn't have a sunroof though, but that's cool, really cool. Here we have a Porsche, what do they call this, 959 is it, I think? Just says D95 on there, probably made in China. A little cheaper casting, but of an iconic car, so it's still cool. Here we have a couple of, oh right, okay, so this one is a Corgi Juniors Formula 1 race car, made in Great Britain, this one, and so probably Corgi's own special, so some nice details there. And then this one is different. I just assumed they'd be the same, but this is actually made in Hong Kong, the Hesketh B52, and an interesting, I don't know whether, oh, he's like rubber, weird. He's solid plastic, but yeah, this guy's rubber. Oh, that's cool. But anyway, yeah, so we're missing some of the decals there, but yeah, really interesting with the little race cars. I've still got to do one of those. I've not got around to do one of those yet. We've got the Ford GT, and looking at the wheels, this will be a cheaper Playmind Limited, made in China, 2005 Ford GT, a Playmind Limited, and with screws. Obviously a plastic base. He's a metal top, but seems like quite thin, but pretty well detailed, I think. So yeah, not too bad. Oh, look at this big old truck, dump truck. So this is a later Matchbox from 1989, so you know, prime for me as a child, probably playing with something like this. Very nice. What is this? It is made by Hot Wheels. Oh, made for McDonald's. And I think there is something there, but I can't read it. So this would be a McDonald's giveaway toy. Pretty fun. What way does it go? I'm assuming that way. Maybe it would have had a little rider on there holding on. This is cool. A Jeep Grand Cherokee with the dinghy on top, still intact, which I'm going to guess is pretty rare. This is probably one of the coolest die-cast cars that I have now in my possession. This is a Yakning, and this is a BMW, probably a 316 and I think this is amazing. It's relatively cheap casting, quite lightweight, you know, a thin oh, there you go. Oh no, it's a 320, look. Claims to be a turbo, but I don't think so. And we have, do we have any damage? I don't think we do, no. But I think cleaned up, nice paint job. The interior doesn't look too bad. Some details, obviously a replacement set of wheels. And I think that will be fabulous. That is, like I say, that is definitely one of my favourite castings. Here we have another Motomax, pretty funky. They kind of do their own thing, inspired by other brands, I'm sure. This one, the Siva Spider. Have I done one of these yet? I don't think I have, so I need to do one, and that one is ripe for restoration. The window there in good condition, and we've got this plastic strip which I know gets lost sometimes. Look at this. This would be a nice daily driver. The Cadillac CTS Estate. Is that an estate? Looks like it. What do you guys call the estate in the US? Because I know we got the saloon, which you guys in the US would call it the sedan. The estate. Maybe it has it on here. Cadillac, oh, wagon. Do you just call them wagons? Interesting. But that is very cool. Oh, do you know what? The Majorette Excalibur we've had in the last couple of unboxings. I've never seen one, and I think the last 3 unboxings we've had 3 in a row. So like buses, those Excaliburs. This is a rip-off, of course, of the what is it, the Ford Super Van, made in China, but it's still very interesting to see China's take on Hi, Let's Go, and some random kind of decals there. But yeah, pretty cool. Ohio Buckeye, number 17. So another police car, and another Ford Crown Victoria. What's this? Oh, this is a McDonald's giveaway toy. So that's quite cool. This is really nice. This is a made in Macau, a Lockups Kidco 1982, and I've got a couple of these, and they're always missing their tyres. I don't know why that is. Now, lock and unlock, is that just to lock it in like a plinth or something? But some nice detail. The window section is in good condition. Opening doors. They don't really want to close, but with a nice set of wheels. I've never done one of these before, so I think that could make quite a good video. So we've got another Mini here. What's that, 1964, and it just says Austin Mini Cooper 1275S from 1964. Very nice. Lovely Mustang. This is the 2018 Ford Mustang convertible, and I think from around this year, maybe it was a couple of years earlier, 2016, around there, we finally, after what, when did the Mustang come out? Mid 60s, so some 50 years later, we finally got it in the UK as a right-hand drive car, in 2 engine flavours, the 5-litre V8 and the 2.3 litre straight 4 turbo. I think they're both around about the same speed. Could you consider the 2.3 litre turbo a real Mustang? To me, a Mustang must have a 5-litre V8. From one Mustang to another, Wow. This would be an early 70s, probably Boss, something like that. Very, very loose. But yeah. Wow. Oh, these two we have spoken about. This is a later, obviously, build from Matchbox, a 1965 Land Rover Gen 2 Safari. Now, I have the original one here. I pulled that out because I wanted to see. Oh, look. I wonder what parts actually are interchangeable, if any. Probably none. But I wanted. Nah. I wanted to see basically whether, you know, this, which are always missing from here, would fit. Now, of course, I could get it to fit. I could just, you know, chop off these tabs and get that on, which I very probably, maybe, will do. I wonder what other parts we can switch over. Interesting. Now, I'm going to, let's have a little look, see what the kids have got. Both my boys, especially my youngest, absolutely loves Hot Wheels. There's an agreement, kind of an unwritten agreement in our house that if anything Hot Wheels comes in, it's his, and I get to keep the Matchbox. Of course, if there's anything older with the Hot Wheels, I do hide them away. But for them, we have the Horseplay. We have, doesn't say, oh, what's that? It's got a switch on it. Not sure what that, maybe that had a battery in it, perhaps. Or maybe, don't know, maybe that kind of did glow. I'll have to figure it out, but that's pretty cool. We have the Electrac. Mustang. So what do they call this style? It's like a car. It's like the car's been cartooned, doesn't it? The Road Rocket. So I think that looks very similar to, obviously we've got the Formula 1, well I say in the UK, is around the world, but in the US you've got something similar, and I think your cars look like that. What do they call it? Is it? They're not Indy cars, are these Indy? Something like that. This is the Chevelle, 1969 Chevelle. Best year for the Chevelle? The Vendetta. Look at the wheels on that. The Off-Track. That's cool. And I think that's even got like a rake to the rear, so that it almost looks like it's going along even when it stood still. The stock car, and then the Corvette. It does make you, I'm just kind of thinking there, these cars, right, yeah, my children will absolutely love, and you know, I thank Ron for thinking of those guys, but I do wonder, our little hobby that we have, and restoring cars from our youth, and you know, obviously there's people that are a bit older than me, there's people I'm sure younger than me that are, you know, considering to restore their cars from the youth. Do you think that in 30 years time, 40 years time, people will be restoring these to how they were? These are kind of really like the toys that, children are playing with today, and I do wonder. Right. So these are the really shabby ones, eh? Well, maybe he was joking, because I think these are quite nice. Wow. Oh no, this is for Rob to enjoy. I must have opened up the shabby ones. I wonder if you can see. Maybe there. My hairs have stood on its end and I have goosebumps all over. This is the car. I might even have a little tear in my eye. These are beautiful, but the Tide car, growing up, I had a NASCAR book, right? And this was the one that I always looked at. Yeah, this one's special. That's going to take pride of place in my collection, this one. And then here we have the 98 Grand Prix, so that's a very nice car. And this is called Feel the Weight of this. I was going to say, feel the weight of this. You can't, but honestly, that is a heavy one. A Monte Carlo. Rubber tyres. Does the engine open on that? Or the bonnet, rather? I'm not too sure. It looks like it does, but that is very cool. Yeah, these are very nice, and yeah, that one is very special. So thank you very much, Ron. And then we have this envelope, and I think we have probably got the letter. We've got some postcards. It looks like we've got some patches. So a nice little bit of Americana just to finish the video off. Well, before we look at those, let me open this up. Ah, Somo diecast. So we know who Ron is now. 1 in 64 diecast restoration and customization. How cool is this? So, Somo diecast on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. Give them a follow. And I wonder if he even drew this out, because that is fabulous. Very nice. And then I'm assuming this is in the east coast of the USA. And I'm assuming kind of like the rough location. Where was it? Let me see the box. Where was it? Springfield, Missouri. I don't think Missouri. Maybe that's not a coastline. Maybe that's a state line. Because Missouri is in Midwest, right? But anyway, go and have a search up on Somo diecast, and then the letter. Let me have a look. There's no. Yeah. Let me just. Oh, my thumb. My thumb will just cover the address. Dear Rob, here are the castings that I messaged you about. There are a variety that I thought you might have some fun restoring or customizing, and I will get to enjoy watching the resulting videos. There are about 60 cars for you and 10 for your kids. And there's a package marked for Rob that I especially hope you like. The year is not correct, but it was the close I could get. Yeah, I do remember. This was a little while ago, maybe in the last I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks, and I did get a message to mention about the Tide car, because I have mentioned it in previous videos, and you know, sure enough, I think the book that I had from my childhood would have been from the probably late 80s, early 90s, and this one is a more recent car, but you know, it's still, you know, it kind of, you still have thoughts and feelings, and I think that's why we do this hobby, right? There's also a couple of cars that are particularly shabby, but are some of my favourite body styles. Yeah, there are some beautifully shabby cars in here that you will see on this channel, and you'll also find some Route 66 memorabilia that I hope you enjoy. Route 66, one day, if I'm right in saying, I don't think it exists officially anymore, but I think you can still kind of take the route. And there's also a copy of the logo for the 164 custom and restoration channel that I'm attempting to launch, so you have to get on it, because I will be your first subscriber, and I've yet to shoot a video, and although I've been practicing, so I do not look like a complete fool, hey, don't worry about it. You know, this is the thing, right? My very first restoration that I ever done is on this channel. I done a Mercedes, and I was petrified when I made that video, and even throughout the video you could probably see me shaking, and in a way it's awful, but through it I learned, and hopefully I got better and better and better. And actually, if I remember rightly, this video that I'll be putting up, I record this on Sunday evening, and this will be going up on Monday evening, but this is now my 301, so 301st video. So yeah, you know, you just get them up, take some criticism, hopefully constructive. There'll be positives, there'll be a few negatives, but learn from it, move on, improve every video. And but I enjoy doing illustrations of my favourite cars, and I thought I might as well put the illustrations to use. Yeah, you've obviously got a true skill, and we need to see it. Anyway, I hope you can use these and keep cranking out the builds, and I look forward to what you come up with. Ron, thank you so very much, sir. I really appreciate it. All of these, you know, especially this one that I think you could probably tell even through the camera that, you know, this one means a lot. So let's just have a little look at these last few little bits. So we have the Get Your Kicks Out of Route 66. I believe that's a song. I'm sure I've heard it 100 times, but oh, okay, so it's even got the journey there. So starting off, is that Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and finishing in California. Wouldn't that be a fantastic drive? How long would that take? What's that? I don't even know how long that is. 1,000 miles or so? I guess, you know, you could probably do it in a day, but, you know, I'd want to take a couple of days to visit each state, you know, maybe do it in a couple of weeks. But yeah, that's cool. A couple of patches here. You got the Missouri US 66, that's very cool. The Missouri here, look at the detail in this patch. A couple of bears, very cool. And then they are unused, just wanted to make sure there was no addresses on them, but yeah, so you got Missouri there. All these fun and interesting places to visit. The Route 66, that looks pretty fun. We don't have bridges like this in the UK. Just to drive through that, I think that would make my day. Some more cars here. What can we see? Early Corvette, Impala. I'm assuming, well, I'd like to say Harley Davidson, but perhaps that's an Indian. Looks like are they all Cadillacs? The ones that are all, I think they're in Nevada, right? And then Springfield, Missouri. That looks like a very nice place to live. Ron, thanks a lot, mate. I'll put this one right at the top, and I shall get on with now many restorations and customs coming up. Cheers, guys. See you all soon.